Colleen, regarding your questions, the first question, I too think that the healthcare providers met the family's goals at an adequate level. The nurse was ultimately able to find a priest to complete the rest rites, which the family had requested, and the nurse did a pretty good job at explaining the process of removing the breathing mask and implementing the morphine and how this would ultimately lead to her passing. However, I do think there are several things that the healthcare providers missed regarding this family's goals. The family kind of wanted this to happen a lot quicker, and since the attending and the resident and the nurse were all on different pages, they were waiting for the family to come to them, and this isn't what the family necessarily wanted. I think it would have been better had the family had the healthcare providers realize this sooner and put Mary through ultimately less suffering. And regarding your second question, I do think that compassion fatigue is a real thing, and that it is different from burnout. Compassion fatigue occurs given when you give less compassion to your patients to protect yourself from being hurting. So this is something you're doing as a defense mechanism, whereas like burnout's more of a reaction you're having to stress from job. I do think burnout and both compassion fatigue are very common in healthcare today, and they need to be addressed adequately. And I think that compassion fatigue can lead to burnout. And I really like how you pointed out that you do not think that compassion is necessarily a skill. I don't think it's a skill either. I think it's more of something that you have, that you feel like you are born to do. I don't think it's necessarily something you can practice. I think that comes off fake. But I do think it is a skill to learn how to deal with suffering of your patients, but still provide compassion without causing compassion fatigue. So using your own spirituality to understand that you can still be compassionate and care about your patients, but not dissing yourself too far, but not getting too close either.